Hello? What is the deal with the focus? Focus! How are you guys doing? I'm leaving my house. I have been so busy today, you guys. That thing is so sticky. I know I have the same shirt on I had last night. I literally took it off, folded it, and put it next to the bed. I have been so busy today, and I feel very accomplished. I'm going to get Tanya right now for a fountain pop. Aren't you excited for that? You guys are like, yeah, she doesn't want to be in the video. She actually, well, maybe she will, I don't know. She just went to this like dinner theater thing with her brother and sister-in-law and her husband. And Alex went to a barbecue, and I just didn't feel like going. I was around the house all day long. He was actually around the house too. He got done with work at about noon today, and he came home. It's actually nice out tonight. It's 74 degrees. It feels good. He got home, and he did a bunch of stuff around the house. He did a bunch of laundry today, and like all the towels and sheets and stuff, which was really nice. And I just actually was putting them, like the rugs back in the bathroom. And he bought towels at Costco to buy us new towels. And then I just worked around the house today. Okay, so are you ready? I made all my videos for tomorrow already. Oh my God. I made 2 booktube videos. Well, actually, my booktube video from today I had made yesterday and forgot to post, so that's not true. So, but I made 1 booktube video, 2 Peterisms videos, 2 drama channel videos. So I made 5 total videos today. The ones I posted today, I had a hat on, and then I took a shower, and then I did my hair, and then the second ones, I had like a black t-shirt on that I had just gotten out of the wash. And so, yeah. This is like my hang-around shirt. Do you guys have hang-around clothes that you like keep next to the bed and you just like throw on if you're like going out to do something? That's like what this is. I need to plug my phone in. Where is this person turning in? There's like nowhere to turn in right there. And yeah, I wrote a little bit today, and that was about my day. Other than that, it was just kind of blah. I've watched Rear Window, the Alfred Hitchcock movie, like twice back to back while I've been at home, like working on stuff. Oh, and I did a live stream tonight, which was real fun. So I've been real productive today. And then tomorrow, I think we'll probably go to brunch. And then I plan to just hang out with my husband all day tomorrow, because I got all my videos done, so I can just hang out with Alex, and we're gonna watch maybe some movies and go to brunch and take a nap. He always takes like a really long nap on Sunday afternoons, and I never get to, because, you know, I'm like filming videos, or I'm reading, or I'm writing or something. So, I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I'm just like, go, go, go. I just feel like go all the time, you know? My mom used to say you can sleep when you're dead, but see, I love to sleep, so, but anyway, so on Sundays, like, and it was funny because today, when I was making my videos, I came upstairs and he was like dead to the world. And I just let him sleep, and I continued making my videos, but he had his like noise. He has these earphones, the ones that I got him for his birthday. They're like noise erasers or whatever they're called. Like, you can't hear anything outside of them. So I was up there, and he like woke up, and he was like when I got done with my videos, I walked upstairs, and he was like, I was dead to the world, I crashed out. Or he was like, I crashed out or something, I don't know. But anyway, he was just like, I went deep. And I was like, he goes, here, listen. And so I like listened to the headphones, and he was listening to like ocean waves. He's like, I'm ready to go to the ocean. I go, well, we're not going to the ocean, we're going to Vegas. So you better start listening to slot machines to fall asleep. He just laughed. So anyway. But then he got up and he like got ready. I don't know if he took a shower or not, but he got ready really quick. He just went over to his friend's house. She was having like a little backyard barbecue, and I've talked to them a couple times since, but I was like, I just want to stay around here and just get some stuff done. And he was like, all right. So it's not late. It's like 11:30. He said he was probably going to be leaving there around midnight, so I'm sure my phone will be going off soon. That was that, and then tomorrow we're going to spend all day together, and then we leave. I mean, not this week, but soon. Like in 2 weeks we leave. I'm ready to go and have this romantical vacation with my husband. And go see shows and all that kind of stuff. Which is interesting that like Alex was talking about his back hurting, because now my back has really, really been hurting. And I don't know what it is. It's like, it's my lower back. And it's killing me. I got up, for me, kind of like early today. I got up at like 10 o'clock because I went to bed late last night. I said last night in my vlog that I was gonna like finish listening to my audiobook and then I was gonna go home, but I ended up listening to like an hour plus of Harry Potter, and then I got home and I sat down and I was like watching like Orange is the New Black, and I watched like 20 more minutes of that. I took the dogs out and stuff, and then I finally went to bed and it was like 5 o'clock. So I literally am going right now on 5 hours of sleep. And I haven't been taking naps the way that I used to. I used to take a nap every day. When my whole napping thing started, it was when I worked in treatment, and it was always the days that I didn't like come home late, because like when I had family night, I got out of there on Thursdays at like 10:30. But every other week, like I got home at like 4 o'clock. So I would lay down and take a nap from like 4 to like 5:36, like an hour and a half, 2 hour nap. Well, actually, when I was in high school was really when the whole napping thing started. If I wasn't like with my friend Margaret, because we would go to Wendy's and get like double cheeseburgers and stuff. If I wasn't with my friend Margaret, then I would come home and I would take a nap. Well, maybe that was like my first year of high school when I didn't really have any friends, because like my first year and a half, I didn't really have any friends in high school. So I would come home and I would take a nap with my first dog, and the same at my dad's house too, like when I would go over there. And I always, like, I love to have the fan on full blast when I take a nap. And then it just kind of like went into my adult life. It's interesting that like a lot of people criticize people that take naps, when some of the people that I know that are the most highly productive, most successful people that I've ever met in my life take naps on a daily basis. Like, and I'm not talking a 20-minute disco nap. I'm talking a 2-hour nap. And that's kind of what I always used to do. Like I would, you know, like get up at like, because I was going to work at 7 or 8 in the morning, you know, getting up at 7, going to work at 8. And then I would work all day, come home, take a 2-hour nap, and then I was ready to go, you know? But I haven't taken a nap at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. If I take a nap, it's late. It's like when Alex is watching TV and I lay down like at, you know, 9 or something at night. Like I don't take naps in the afternoon anymore. He does though. He loves to on the weekend. So I'm excited. Tomorrow I get to take a nap with him and all that. And all that jazz. You know, I've never seen Chicago. True story, I've never seen it. In my live stream tonight, we were talking about like all of our favorite fast food and what people have and stuff like that. And we were comparing like, well, Taco Bell we talked about for a little bit, but then we were talking about like Hardee's. And all these people were trying to explain to people what Hardee's was, and they were like, Hardee's is kind of like if Burger King and McDonald's had a child. I'm like, no. I feel like Hardee's would be if like Wendy's and Burger King had a child. Kind of. But I love Hardee's. You guys, I have not had any of this in over a year because I've been a vegetarian, or I should start saying I am a vegetarian, shouldn't I? But anyway, I haven't in forever. And so, like, we were sitting there talking about it. We were talking about roast beef sandwiches and Jamocha shakes from Arby's. And we were talking about, oh my God, breakfast sandwiches from Hardee's and Chick-fil-A, which I'm not, like, I'm a bad gay when it comes to that stuff. I know you're not supposed to go to Chick-fil-A, but I did. I have forever. I don't anymore because I don't eat meat, but Chick-fil-A has hands down like the best breakfast sandwiches, and their spicy chicken sandwich is, oh my God. And their french fries, and they have the best soft drinks too. I always forget that when I'm like wanting to go somewhere to get a soft drink. They have the best Diet Dr. Pepper. And like no place has Diet Dr. Pepper when you go through drive-thru, you know? So we ended up having this very long conversation in my live stream about like fast food and which people like, and it was interesting. Some people are like, oh, I can't stand Burger King, it's disgusting. Other people are like, I can't stand McDonald's. And hey, guess what? I like it all. I like it all. Is there any fast food I don't really like? I mean, I don't really go to, there's Long John Silver's up here. I like the chicken planks from Long John Silver's, but I don't eat fish. I'm like literally driving through Fast Food Nation right now, so I'm just gonna tell you about all these fast food places. So there's Panda Express. I think Panda Express is kind of low rent Chinese, honestly. The orange chicken is okay, but like if I'm gonna go there, if I'm gonna go and spend the money that Panda Express is, I'd rather just go to some strip mall Chinese buffet, obviously, or Chinese restaurant and just go and get carry out because it's 10 times better and it's cheaper. Okay. Long John Silver's, I love their chicken planks, and I love their hush puppies, and I love their Coke because they have the crushed ice. That's about it. McDonald's, I like about everything on their menu. True story. But the Big Mac, oh my God. Oh my God, if I could eat Big Macs for the rest of my life. The Big Mac sauce, get fries, dip it in that Big Mac sauce. Oh my God, I love it so much. Okay, Popeye's chicken, I like never go there. I've gone there one time and gotten chicken, it was okay. I thought Kentucky Fried Chicken was better. Burger King, Alex and I, true story, when we met and we were skinny minis and going to the gym every day, we would go once a week to Burger King and we would eat inside. Okay, here's a little unknown fact about me. I love to eat inside fast food restaurants. It makes me feel like I'm on vacation and you can get your own ketchup and all that kind of stuff. And we would get double Whoppers with cheese and fries and onion rings. Oh my God. So I love Burger King so much. Their onion rings with that zesty sauce is fantastic. Pizza Hut, I love. Denny's, okay, we used to go to Denny's all the time. I'm passing like all these places, so I need to slow down. Denny's, I love so much because my husband and I used to always go there or Steak and Shake after we would go out. If you go to, and I would get the moons over my hammy with a side of ranch dressing because you have to dip it in ranch dressing. Okay, don't even come for me. Ranch dressing is like the liquid gold of the Midwest. And then we would get, to start, loaded cheese fries with bacon. But you have Fazoli's, I will never eat that again. It messed my stomach up so bad the other day. Okay. And I hadn't had it in like as long as I could remember because I've never, anyway. So, and then we would get loaded cheese fries with bacon, but if you get them, ask for seasoned fries. Their regular fries at Denny's suck. They're so bad. You have to have the seasoned fries. Okay, and then up here is Rally's. I've been to Rally's one time in my entire life. The next day, from just taking my bag, the 10 minutes home, my car literally smelled like vomit and grease, and I was like, I will never go through Rally's again. Never. It was disgusting. The food was okay, but it was just very, it was like greasy and messy and all this kind of stuff. So what did I miss back there? Arby's is closed down over there, but I love Arby's so much. Okay, this is what I used to get from Arby's. You guys, I am big eater, okay? I would get the large roast beef sandwich, and then I would get a middle-sized roast beef sandwich. I would get 2 roast beef sandwiches, and then I would get potato cakes, 1 order of potato cakes, and then I would also get curly fries and a Jamocha shake. It was like $23. And tons of horsey sauce. And if you don't know what horsey sauce is, it's kind of like horseradish sauce, but better. I love Arby's so much. But they're way, way too expensive. They also have a cordon bleu sandwich on there that's really, really good. Oh, I'm so hungry. And then, where else? Oh, Wendy's, I love. But really only if you're gonna get a cheeseburger. Like, their fries are always, like, soggy. They're not that great. But I can eat their fries if I'm gonna get a cheeseburger. And if you eat their fries at Wendy's, don't even come for me. You have to dip them in a Frosty. Original Frosty, not the vanilla Frosty or whatever they have. You have to dip it in original Frosty. So that was back there. What else was back there? Oh, Taco Bell. You guys know I love Taco Bell. Oh, my God, Taco Bell. I'm so hungry. Now Tanya get in the car and I'll be like, girl, what did you eat tonight? And she'll be like, what do you mean? Because she went to like dinner theater, you know? It's at this place called Beef and Boards. Beef and Boards, get it? Okay, so anyway, and she went and saw, I can't remember what it was called, something the musicians, or I don't know. It's not, she goes, I just love that show. I had never heard of this show before in my entire life. So anyway, but they like have a buffet that you go through there, but it's like very high-end buffet. It's like, you know, you cut the, like they cut the meat for you, like a cruise ship buffet. I've never been on a cruise ship, but I'm assuming. I have no desire to go on a cruise ship. I know that if I went on a cruise ship, it would be the one cruise ship that just like fell over or sank, like the Titanic. I'm like terrified. Like I don't want to ever go on a cruise ship, and Alex doesn't either, so we're fine on that one. And I know people love it. Like people tell me all the time, oh my God, I love cruise ships. I love cruise ships. Peter, you'd love it. This is what they always say to me. You'd love it. There's shows, there's buffets, there's casinos. I'm like, oh my God, is that what people think of me? So anyway, but no offense, but I'll tell you what I think is real corny, okay, are gay cruises. But I would probably do the RuPaul's Drag Race cruise where you get to see all the queens, you know, and stuff. I think that'd be kind of fun. I don't even know if they still do that. But when we go from like South Beach to like downtown Miami, and when we're in Florida, you can see the huge cruise ships up there, right? They are like so huge. They're like, I mean, God, they're like some of them like 30 and 40 like stories. Like they're huge. They have water parks and amusement parks and stuff up there. I'm like blown away. I'm like waiting for the people to throw those things off like in Love Boat. I love that show so much. I still do. If I ever like am having a bad day or I'm like kind of sad or down, I put on Love Boat and I immediately feel happy and it puts me in a good mood. Designing women too. I love designing women so much. Roseanne can kind of make me sad, you know. I'm just so over her right now. She screwed everything up. I'm trying to really watch my language on my blog. She screwed everything up with her ignorance. You know, why did she have to make such an ignorant statement? Because I loved that show, but even if it was on, I don't think I would watch it today because of all that. But you know, when I was younger, my mom would listen to music like from her childhood. Not her childhood, but like her early 20s. She listened to like, you know, Judy Collins and stuff. And then as she got older, I was like, Mom, you never listen to like Judy Collins anymore, or Neil Young. She's like, no, that music kind of makes me sad. And I'm like, why does it make you sad? And she's like, because that's not my life anymore. And she would listen to like Janet Jackson, and she loved the band Garbage with Shirley Manson. And she's just like, I don't like it. It makes me sad. She's like, it just don't, you know, she loved reggae music. I kind of get that now, you know, like my music from high school doesn't make me sad, like The Smiths and The Cure and New Order and all that. And those movies like Pretty in Pink and Breakfast Club and what other movies? I mean, 16 Candles, all the John Hughes movies, I related to so much. I mean, I just totally related to those movies, you know? I mean, my friend and I in high school, my friend Leisha, I mean, she was Andy and I was John Cryer in Pretty in Pink. What was his name? Ducky. I mean, I was Ducky and she was, we used to call each other that in high school, and I had those shoes just like him too. But that stuff doesn't make me sad, but like watching Roseanne kind of makes me sad. I don't know, it just does, you know? I'm so dying for something to drink. I think I wanted like a Gatorade or a G2 or whatever that stuff is called. I can't believe I've almost talked for 20 minutes. I didn't think it took me that long to get to Tanya's house. I thought it only took me about 5 minutes. Well, that's not true because I usually take the interstate, but I want to take the side road so I can vlog a little bit. Vlog a little bit. So you guys are watching this on Sunday. Are you ready for the week? Oh my God. Oh no. Yeah, this is Saturday, so you're watching this on Sunday. You're watching this probably, well not. I'll probably, so what I do is I render it, and then when we go to brunch, I upload it. So I usually post it at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon when I get home. So you're probably, this is, if you're one of the very first comments, hey, how are you, first comment? Then, yeah, then put a bunch of blue hearts. Let's just flood the comment section with blue hearts this time. There's a sign right there, and every time I think it's a deer, and it's not. And I'm always like, oh my God, I thought it was a deer. Oh dear, a deer. I told you guys that story, didn't I? About how my friend Margaret and I in high school, we thought we saw an alien, and we both went, oh dear, a deer. And then there was a deer standing inside the road. But when we got to Denny's to meet our friends, was it Denny or Steak and Shake? I can't remember. But when we got there, it was Denny's. Or was it Perkins? It was Denny's. When we got to Denny's, we went to Ella Road. It was Denny's. When we got to Denny's, our friends were like, "What? Why are you so late?" And like, we had missing time. Do you think I was abducted? I don't know. I don't have any weird dreams of like probes and stuff like that. Such a weirdo. I am such a weirdo. I don't, though. I don't have any dreams of that, but I swear that happened. Margaret and I, we had like 20 minutes missing or something. I miss her so much. God, my friends in high school, we used to have so much fun. We were such badasses. Or at least we thought we were. You know when you think you are and you look back and you're like, you guys were just like high school kids. We're not badasses. You know what I mean? Oh, God. Tanya Jean Applestein, prettiest girl I've ever seen. There's this like waterfall, like it looks like this grotto right here, and they never have the waterfall going. It's like going like once a month. And I'm like, is that just like the filtration to clean it out? Oh, but what I was saying earlier is that my back is hurting so bad, and it's so weird that after Alex said that, then my back started hurting. I don't understand it. Maybe it's our bed, but our bed is like brand new. Guess who he called? The bathroom guy's coming back out on Monday. And he goes, I'm in the back room. He goes, do you care if he comes? I go, I guess not, but I'm not gonna, you deal with it. He goes, okay. And he goes, but you gotta be here too, blah, 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 whatever. I go, it's not the same guy, is it? And he goes, do you not want the same guy? I go, Alex. I go, no, I don't want the same guy. That guy was rude and he wouldn't leave. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Do you have some place to go? Alex is like, yeah, actually I do. And I'm like, oh, we're having these people out again? Why? They quoted us $12,000 on probably a 10 by 20 foot bathroom. What? $12,000? You can go blow that out your ass. Alex goes, I mean, he said to me today, we were like in the bathroom. He goes, what do you want? And I was like, we were kind of talking about the bathroom. He goes, I mean, he goes, it's not like on Monday we're going to like, you know, agree and sign paperwork. I go, oh, you're right about that, because I'm not signing any contract on Monday. No way. He's like, we don't have $12,000 for getting any kind of bathroom fixed. He's like, don't you think it would be nice to have like an all new bathroom? I said, yeah, I think it would be absolutely amazing. I think it would be amazing to have one of those showers that you can sit down in, and we actually have space for our supplies. I think it would be wonderful to have a tub that works, because it didn't leak downstairs when you had the entire downstairs bathroom, you know, like all the wall redone. I think that would be fantastic. I'd love to have a garden tub that I could lay in and have lush bath bombs. But for $12,000 for just a shower, no. We're talking probably $25,000, $30,000 they're going to want to put in that. Hell, that's like, our house isn't even worth very much. I mean, you know, our condo doesn't appraise for so much that I would put $30,000 into a bathroom. He's like, but we're going to keep it forever, so it's an investment. I go, that doesn't even make any sense. He's like, just be cool to the guy. And then when the guy comes, I go, I'll be cool. I go, you can deal with it. I'm not going to deal with it. I said, I'll sit right there and be so cool. I'm in school. You'll be like, what happened to Peter? He lost his voice. I'm not going to say a damn thing until okay, so the deal is that they put a sign in our yard that says, it's like they're doing advertising discounts. So they put a sign in our yard that says, like, oh, this bathroom reconstructed by blah, 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 right? And then they give us a discount. And Alex is thinking they're going to give us, like, 60% off. I go, do you really think so? Plus, I don't even know if the HOA will allow us to have a sign in our yard. Hurry up. She just flipped me off. I'm vlogging. Oh, it's going to stop. I'll be right back. Can you just say what you just said again, because it was very hurtful?
Shut don't go up, prices do, and if you don't shut up, I'll throw up all over you.
She's trying to sit like real close to the door so she doesn't be in the video. Can you just say hi?
I got my PJs on.
Oh, she's got her PJs on. Those are cute.
Thanks. Good evening.
I'm not going to vlog with you for a while. I know you don't want to be in here. Can you just explain what you went and saw real quick?
The $1 Million Quartet.
What's the $1 Million Quartet?
It is Sun Records.
Okay.
It's the first time ever, and the only time ever, that Johnny Cash, Carl Perkins, it's way before everybody's time, Elvis Presley, and Jerry Lee Lewis were in a studio together. History, baby. 1956.
Did you eat roast beef?
I did.
At that place, you did?
I did.
Did they cut it for you?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have mashed potatoes?
No. They had all kind of weird shit.
All right, we'll be back later. Bye.
All right, bye.
I can't turn. Okay, I'm like exactly in the spot that I was when I stopped before, but Tanya, I just let her off. I'm gonna use this Beach Equate because I love that other stuff, but this like gives me like a really clean. The only thing about this is like I can smell it on my hands like hours later. This gives me like a really clean. My hands are really clean that way. So we drove around. We went into this town of Noblesville. We talked. We got laughing so hard. I got a big bottle of water. Tanya had me buy her a bag of chips because she didn't want to go inside. This guy that works for our gas station, Tony, he is so nice. He's like, where's your partner in crime? I said, she didn't want to come inside because she's got her pajamas on. He was like, well, you better tell her I said hi. So when I open the door to go outside, I go, Tanya, Tony said hi. And she goes, hey, Tony! Summer nights, right? Yeah, so that was about it. And God, we got laughing so hard. What were we laughing so hard about? And do you ever just get giggly with your friends? Like, we were just like so giggly. Just stupid stuff. I can't like get this stuff out anymore. I'm afraid I'm gonna get too much of it out. I cannot believe that I've almost been doing these vlogs for 2 years. Like, it's crazy to me. I'm charging the hell out of my phone because it's almost at full capacity because I am going to listen to Harry Potter. I thought I was closer to being done than I am. They just got to Hogwarts. Have you read Harry Potter? Oh my God, the audio version is fantastic. And I was talking to a friend of mine today. She's like, have you not listened to the Harry Potter audiobooks? And I was like, no. She's like, you have to read them all through first, and then listen to them. I was like, oh my God, that's too much for me. She's like, then just listen to them. She's like, because the narrator is fantastic on all of them. I said, but some of them are like 27 and 30 hours. And she's like, I know, because their Harry Potter books are really long. I said, I know. But I'm loving it. Like, I didn't love it so much the first time around, but I really, really get it now, why people love it, you know? Oh, woe is me. Alex is home. He called while Tony and I were together and said that he was on his way home. And then he got home and then he texted me and said, home. So he's going to bed with the dogs. And I'm going to listen to a little bit of my audiobook. I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all. Tanya's been having a really hard time sleeping because her foot hurts so bad, and she's like off of that boot. They don't have her on a boot anymore, but it like really, really hurts. And she's like, I try to sleep and I just can't sleep. But her son is driving home from Pennsylvania because he and his girlfriend were camp counselors for the last week, and they had come up from Florida, and they left their dog Junebug with Tanya and Eric because, well, it actually was Tanya's dog, and then she got it for Nick, and then she gave it to Nick, and so Nick took Junebug down to Florida, and so June's been living in Florida with them for, how long ago did they move down there? A year ago? A little bit over a year ago? So anyway, when they were going to this camp, he just brought June through, so that, because Tanya loves June, so that way June could stay with Tanya and her dogs, Cash and Karma. She's keeping Karma. I'm so happy. So anyway, but camp just got done, and so I guess they're like on their way back, and then they're gonna stay with Tanya. I don't know how long. I said, how long are they staying? And she's like, I have no idea. But they're on their way home. And she's like, I said to her, I said, you got a fountain pop. Why did you want to go for a ride? She said, well, because I'm trying to stay up. And she's like, Nick's going to be home in an hour, so I'm trying to stay up until he gets home. I was like, oh, okay. I said, thank you for using me for that. She goes, you're so stupid. If I have this remote like all the way behind there, like it's too much. But if I have it like down, then it doesn't do its job well enough. So anyway. It's been such a good day. It's been like so calm, so relaxing. It's just like, it's a fantastic day, you know? I love days like that. I actually sat out on the back patio a lot because I was taking like, between everything I did, I would take the dogs outside. And so I sat out there and I was like, I haven't even sat on this like couch that much. We have like one cushion that does not match our couch. And I don't understand. It looks like the cushion belongs like somewhere where it's not, if that makes sense. Like it's too big for the couch. It's like 3 inches longer than the rest of the cushions. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know if I should contact the person that we got it from, or we should just leave it because we've had it now for a while, or what. But it's like annoying. And I don't know if it like goes in something else, like one of the, like the side chair, or if they just brought us a wrong piece, or I don't know what it is, but it's just real annoying. I'm thinking about getting another chair and ottoman for where I do videos, because that's where I sit and watch movies and TV, and Alex sits on the couch. And I'm thinking about getting another chair and ottoman, and I kind of like to get a leather one. Do you think that would look too bad in videos if I had like a leather chair there? Well, I mean, seriously, like, I don't know. It would look like, you know, Masterpiece Theater or something. Because now it's also where I film videos. So Alex is like, well, when you get the basement done and you have a studio down there, I'm like, yeah, like, I'll never have a studio in the basement. Plus, the thing is that I use a lot of natural light when I film my videos during the day, because I always have, like, the windows open, so it's nice to have, like, I'd like to have, like, an area where I could just sit down and film, like everybody else does, but the reality is the natural light is fantastic. So, like, if you're ever thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and you don't have like lights and stuff, you don't have to have lights. A ring light is not super expensive, and I think everybody thinks you have to have a ring light, but I didn't have a ring light for a long time. But I was actually looking back on one of my old videos today, and it's before I had the ring lights. Oh my god, the lighting was so bad. I don't know why anybody watched me, but I don't think it really matters either. When I watched Glozell Green videos back in the day, she was in front of a computer. Do you guys remember that? I mean, the lighting was horrible. It was like dark in the room, and you know, I think that people think they have to have some fantastic camera, some fantastic lighting, a setup, and all that. You don't have to, okay? I mean, you could do it on your phone, do it in a window, set your camera, you know, set your phone up in a window where light is coming through. I mean, don't do it at 10 o'clock at night, and sit down and film your video. If you're, you know, if the lighting is bad, where, you know, in your room, then don't sit on the couch with the windows open. Sit right in front of the window so people can see you. I think it's hard. I think a lot of people really struggle with that, like being seen on camera, you know? And I just, like, that wasn't something that I really struggled with when I started YouTube. And I knew that I wanted to do it, so I was kind of like, well, I'm just going to do this, and, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I didn't struggle with that part of it, you know? Now, I almost didn't start my YouTube channel because I was like, I'm not going to start this till I lose weight. But I also knew, like, look, hey, Peter, be realistic. You're not going to lose any weight. So, like, you're not doing anything to lose weight. It wasn't like, here's the thing. It wasn't like I struggled showing myself on camera. I was kind of like, what will people say? They'll be like, oh, this fat old guy, you know? And I really could give a rat's ass about that now. But then I was like, and so that, for that reason alone, YouTube has really helped me and built my confidence. But I was like, you know, I really struggled. I was like, I'm not going to start a channel until, I'm not going to start my BookTube channel until I lose weight. But I knew that that wasn't going to happen, and I was like, I'm not going to let my weight stand in the way of me doing something that I really want to do and that I love, if that makes sense. Like, because, you know, I was so excited to make BookTube videos and just sit down. And I mean, I don't know, to be part of that community, it's really hard to explain if you're not part of it, but it's just, it's a very kind of like welcoming, innocent community, you know? I don't know, it's just, it's, you know, we're talking about books and characters, you know, and the love of books, and so it's really, I don't know, like, to some degree, it's, when I see, like, this whole, like, beauty industry that I report on a lot, or comment on a lot, you know, it's interesting because it's like, I I understand why people love to watch beauty influencers, beauty gurus, tutorials and stuff like that because of their love of makeup. I get that, I really do, you know? Like, it's like why I love watching like Project Runway or, you know, that documentary with Isaac Mizrahi, Unzipped, I think it was called. I loved that. You know, like, I mean, I love anything to do with fashion. Oh my God, have you ever seen that one about, back in the day, the new creative director of Dior? If you guys haven't seen that Netflix show, it is fantastic. Or the September issue. I love anything to do with fashion because I wanted to be a fashion designer. That was my dream, right? I wanted to be an author, but I also wanted to be a fashion designer. And if you're new, oh my God, a shooting star just happened. I made a wish. So anyway, but if you've watched my channel for a while, you know that before I always wanted to be an author, but when I was in high school, I wanted to be a fashion designer, and I almost went to fashion design school. So I'm very, like, into that whole world. I don't say much about that because it's like I'm sitting there, you know, with a hat backwards, talking about, like, makeup and beauty, and people are they just assume that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to colors and trends and things like that. But I think one thing people would really be surprised about is how much I really do know about the industry and how much I really do, like, research it and read articles and, you know, find out about things and all that kind of stuff. If I get on video and I act like I really know what I'm talking about, because there's a lot that I don't know that I'm talking about, right? Like, for example, I don't wear makeup. So I don't know what that whole thing is about, like, you know, doing tutorials and trying makeup and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not gonna act like a phony. But that doesn't mean that I can't have an opinion about things, right? So, like today's video that I did for tomorrow is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette giveaway. And it's actually a funnier review than what I've done in the past because I just was kind of like, I want to have fun with this review, you know what I mean? But, you know, and looking at the palettes and looking at what I think is, you know, realistic or what my friends would wear, or like looking at a palette and being able to tell, like, okay, I think this palette looks like it's more expensive. It looks sturdier. The package is beautiful, more so than like Life's the Drag palette, which it is. You know, and like, I don't know, it's just, and I think it's all a lot of what people want, what colors they're looking for and things like that. And, but I have a lot of interest in all of that. How did I get talking about that? I don't even know. I should stop it and rewind it and see what I was talking about, but I don't know. I was talking about fashion design. And then before fashion design, I was talking about, I don't know, but that's what I wanted to do in high school. I sometimes wonder if I had gone into that, what my life would look like right now. You know, like, would I have been a success? Would I have been a failure? I follow Zach Posen on Instagram, and I just love seeing pictures of his gowns. They're just, like, absolutely gorgeous. And I was watching Rear Window tonight, you know, just like her, and, you know, Edith Head, who is the famous costume designer Edith Head. My mom wanted to be her assistant back in the day. And I've read, like, books on Edith Head, and she's like this little short woman that wore glasses. And those gowns in Rear Window, have you guys seen Rear Window? I mean, it is, like, they're gorgeous, those gowns that Grace Kelly wears in there. Oh, I was talking about those documentaries. Like, have you guys ever seen Dior? It's called something like My Friend Dior or something like that, I think. But anyway, it's really, really good. And it shows him putting out, like, his first, I don't even think he works with Dior anymore, but it's him putting out his first, what do you call it? His first, why can't I think of what that's called? His first season, but that's not what, his first collection for Dior. And to see all the background that goes into it. It's the Dior fashion show that had all of the roses, the white roses as walls. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, it was beautiful. You know, I've talked on here about this too, that like years ago, not years ago, but what was it, 3 years ago, I think? We met the fashion blogger, Brian Boy. He's so cool. at Ultra Music Festival, and we ended up hanging out with him the whole weekend and like dancing at Ultra and stuff. And he just was so down to earth and so nice. And I follow him on Instagram too, and he just lives this charmed life, you know, like he's always going places. He's always like in the front row of fashion shows, like Milan Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week, you know, New York Fashion Week. And like when he gets sent like an invitation somewhere, okay, like let's say if like Gucci like invites him to like, you know, China for some fashion show or something, he'll like take a picture, and it'll be like this gift that they give him in his room, and it's like this leather Gucci jacket like tied with a Gucci belt and all like flowers, and then it'll say, you know, like, you know, thank you so much for being supportive of our endeavors, and we'll see you tomorrow and whatever. I'm like, your thank you note was a Gucci leather jacket and belt. You know, it's just like unreal. It's like, I just can't even imagine that life. I do think that we live in this world though where we very much want what other people have, or we think that their life is better than ours because of a picture on Instagram. And I just think that's such horseshit, you know? It's like, that's just not their life. Like, I try to just like post very like, if you all follow me on Instagram, you know I post a lot of selfies, and but like I try to do like Instagram and Snapchat stories of just really my life. Like I don't try to make it look like something it's not, because I don't think that's relatable, you know? I did my video today about Bobby Burns, and I was watching, like, he posted a video right after that with another YouTuber, and they were talking about it. He titled it something to do with anxiety on YouTube, but it had really nothing to do with anxiety. It was really about, like, what people try to do on YouTube, or if YouTube's changing and all this kind of stuff. And it was interesting because they were talking about, like, you know, back in the day, people really had relationships with YouTubers, and they, you know, like, they really wanted to have a relationship with them through the camera, if that makes sense. Like, they were interested in that person, and they were saying, and this was so interesting to me because, you know, his channel's not doing great, and they said in there, you know, like, but that's not what people really want anymore. People want, like, these huge titles. I don't believe that. I'm telling you right now, I just don't. And I always have kind of a good sense of trends. I think we're going back to this. I really do. I think we're going back to the relatable YouTuber that just sits in front of their camera, that's not a bunch of, you know, bells and whistles. I think we're going back to that. I really do. I think people are tired of the hype. You know, if you look at one person, I mean, there's 20 Tana Mojos out there if there's not 100, you know? There's a lot of people like Trisha Paytas trying to be like her. I mean, there's like not a lot of originality on YouTube, and I think what's gonna happen is, you know, even like, okay, so, and they do talk about Casey Neistat in there, but what they don't talk about is what I think is interesting about Casey Neistat. So if you don't know who Casey Neistat is this vlogger. I love his videos. I follow them. I watch his videos. I hardly ever talk about him in regards to like one of my favorite YouTubers, but I do enjoy his videos and his kind of life. He shows his life. But anyway, he's a vlogger. He's extremely successful. He did this video, and it was called something like going around the world in like a week or something, and he had all these catchphrases on there, or quotes from like Hunter Thompson and stuff. And the video is real well done, and it's like very short. And so after that, he just like boosted through the roof, and college kids absolutely love. At that time, my brother-in-law was in college when it came out, and he just like fell in love with like Casey Neistat overnight, because he was like, oh my god, he's so cool. And he's like in this like, he's got like this garage that he does artwork in, and he wears like these Ray-Bans that have paint on them and stuff like that. I actually, from an Etsy shop for my brother-in-law, bought those sunglasses. I ended up giving them to him. I had them up in our cabinet forever. You can buy like fake Ray-Bans that have paint on them. They're like the Casey Neistat sunglasses. I think I paid like 15 bucks for them or something, 20 bucks, who knows. But anyway, I think they were even cheaper than that. Fufu was so excited. He was like, oh my god, you got the Casey Neistat sunglasses? I go, yeah, they're not real. Okay, like, but anyway, so then all over YouTube, what you'd see, and it was like this music playing in the background, you know, and like that stop motion, you know, going really fast and then slowing down and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, words going across the script and, you know, the GoPro and all that kind of stuff. Well, what you started seeing all over YouTube was tons and tons of YouTubers doing this, okay? And they were all kids in high school. And that was the time that I kind of like started my channel, like maybe like a year before that. And I remember that my brother-in-law wanted to like start a YouTube channel. He was talking to his friends, and I was like, and he like, they put a video together, and he actually did like 2 or 3 videos, like, cause he went to Singapore for a summer. So it must have been, he graduated 2 years ago? Yeah, I graduated 2 years, this would have been 2 years ago. And he did these videos, and they're cool. Like, they're fun to look at, and they're like 3 minutes long, but they look like every other Casey Neistat imitation. There's just nothing original about them. And I think what they don't realize is that Casey Neistat was the original. Like, and that's why people watch those videos. They don't just watch them because it's, you know, the aesthetic beauty of it all. Like, Casey Neistat was the original with them. So, like, I don't know, but I'm like watching this video today, and Bobby Burns and his friend are like, yeah, and everybody wants this and they want that. I'm like, no, they don't. They want they want people that are relatable. You know, the thing is that YouTube isn't just for the 14 and the 15-year-olds anymore. But when you are 20 years old, you think that. You think that YouTube is only for the 14 and the 15-year-olds going through, you know, college. It's not. There are a lot of people my age that watch YouTube every day. I know, because you guys are out there and you contact me. There's a lot of people that are in their late 20s, early 30s to 40s, 50s, 60s even, you know. I had somebody comment on my video and said it's something about being in their 70s. I was like, all right, you know, I love this. There are a lot of people, as, you know, YouTube becomes more mainstream, that are older, that are watching YouTube. And I really do not believe that older YouTube, like for me, like I would rather watch somebody that has 1,000 subscribers that I don't know who they are and watch them do a whole video talking about cleaning their house, because that shit's interesting to me and it's relatable, than watching like a 10-minute Logan Paul video where he's jumping around and destroying shit. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't relate to that. So as YouTube becomes more mainstream and there are older people watching YouTube, and I'm not talking 70s always, although God love you, I'm talking, you know, people in their early 30s to 50. I think that will be the age group of YouTube. I really do. And I have to think about myself, okay, because I'm in that age group. Do you want to watch? God, I can't believe I'm almost at the tail end of that age group. To 55, 60, 50. Do you guys remember that from Saturday Night Live? 50! I'm driving past my brother-in-law's house right now. They have every light on their house on. They must totally be up. But anyway, you know, I think that older people, as we start amassing on YouTube, of we're being the people that are watching it, you know, like, if you think about this, okay? 10 years, because the people that are 22 right now, they aren't going to be watching, you know, the 25-year-old Logan Paul jumping around doing crazy, and Jake Paul doing crazy shit 10 years from now. And I've told this to a lot of YouTubers that have asked, okay, who I won't mention, but they're like, I don't know what's going on with my channel. I'm like, dude, you are doing the same videos you did 5 to 10 years ago, okay? Your age group is now married and has kids. They don't want to watch that shit anymore, okay? They don't care about these bands that you're talking about. They want to talk about, you know, redoing a house, or getting ready for a wedding, or adopting a child, or relationship. Like, they want to hear that. That's what they want to hear. They're not watching your videos anymore because they would watch them for a while because they loved you, and then over time they got bored of it, that you weren't growing with your audience. Well, I don't think that's true. Well, then don't ask me what I fucking... It stopped right as I cussed, and I said that I was trying to stop cussing. What I said was, then don't fucking ask me and I won't tell you. But you know what I mean? It's like, you didn't grow up with your audience. You gotta grow up with your audience a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's not like none of us are getting any younger. Be yourself. People, I think, relate to that. You know, I do. I think, like, you know, if you think back 10 years ago, honestly, before, like, Netflix. Y'all remember Netflix? Okay, if you're, like, my age, well, you could be young and still remember this, too. Do you remember Netflix back in the day when you got DVDs in the mail? I lost the Saving Grace DVD and I had to pay for it. I was bitter the house. I was so pissed, okay? But do you remember that? My Uncle Dave, until like 2 years ago, was still getting DVDs in the mail. He was like, no, I don't like that, having to get on the computer thing. He's like, is this it? Is this Richard? No. He's like, I don't like to get on the computer thing. He's like, I like to just get them in the mail. And he would, you know? And then he would like send them right back and order a new one, send them right back. Did you remember that? I loved that back in the day. And the Blockbuster. But we're not there anymore, you know? Now, everybody has the Roku or the, you know, like people don't have most people don't have cable. And I can remember when people started talking about not getting cable anymore, and I was like, not have cable? I still think that. I'm like, I can't imagine not having cable, but that's me. We'll probably be the last people alive that have cable. I was the last person that had a landline for a long time. Well, a lot of people have landlines now, but we don't. That was really hard for me to give up a landline, like really, really hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like old thinking like that. But I can remember people start, like my cousin, I remember she was like one of the first people, she got rid of cable. I was like, you got rid of cable? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, how do you watch TV? And she's like, well, we have Amazon Prime and we have Hulu and we have Netflix. I think that time it was just like Hulu and Netflix. And I go, okay. And then like recently, like a year ago, I was talking to her and I was like, we were watching some show, it was like Big Brother or something. And I go, how do you even get to watch the show? And she goes, well, I just buy it. Like for 99 cents each episode, you can buy it online. I go, what? She goes, yeah, you know, it wasn't Big Brother, it was something like that. She's like, you can just buy the episodes online. Why don't you just pay for cable? Like, I don't understand that, you know? Everybody thinks they always got it figured out. But now with Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Netflix, I just like to say Roku, that Roku box. You know, we don't have cable upstairs. They can't run cable through the middle of our condo. Don't ask me why. I don't have any idea. We've had so many people out there to do it, and they're like, nope, can't run it through here. So we don't have cable in our bedroom, which is why we never watch TV in our bedroom. If we do, it's not on a Roku. We have a DVD player that has all that stuff built in. I mean, that's it. You can go buy a DVD player now, you know, for what, 75 bucks, and it's a high quality DVD Blu-ray player, and it has, you know, Hulu and Amazon Prime and everything on it, right? And then you just pay your services a month for that. What's what, you know, $11 for Netflix, I think it is now, and Amazon Prime, you know, what is that, you know, $10 a month if you, unless you buy it for a year. And then, you know, the Hulu is like $7. You get all those, so you're paying basically less than what you pay for cable. You just get your internet access, and it's like cheaper. Because our cable is like $200 plus. It's ridiculous, but I'm not getting rid of it. I love it. I do. I'm constantly always watching movies on there. I pulled up Rear Window tonight. The other night I was watching that Octopus Jaws movie. I love that. That was really good. I mean, it was corny, completely corny, but it was so good. This dude has his brights on. Could you please turn your brights off? I'm flashing my brights out. I hate to do that, but whatever. It's rude. So anyway, how long have I been talking now? 24 and 24 is 48. And 4 is 52. We're talking for 52 minutes already. This guy does not want to get off my butt. My tail. So I am going to let him pass, and then I'm going to go, oh, guess what? I guess I need to go this way. And I'll get behind him. When you take drives and you listen to audiobooks, you don't want somebody tailing you. I can't believe I've almost drank this whole bottle. Do you ever wonder why people do that? That makes no sense, does it? Ah, so refreshing. My mom used to do that back in the day. She'd say when she opened like a can of pop. Of course, all her cans of pops were about a year old because she go to like Aldi's and buy them in the barrel, you know, the cheap barrel where you could get any kind of soda. Oh my God, I've told this on here before, but my mom back in the day, you go to her house and she had like 8 sodas in the fridge, and they were like the weirdest combinations of sodas you'd ever heard of, right? And she'd be like, do you want a lemon lime? I'm like, You mean a Sprite? No, a lemon lime. It's different. I'm like, no, I'm good. And then she'd ask me if I wanted, do you want like a diet sugar-free root beer? No, that sounds like sin. Who would want that? That doesn't even sound good. Not at all. Oh, okay. Well, I got it in the Bargain Barrel. That's what it is, the Bargain Barrel. She's like, I got it at the Bargain Barrel at Aldi's or Low Bills. I'm like, oh, no, thanks, Mom. And then she had this one, and it sat in there literally. I mean, because at some point you'd have to drink something, right? So you go, okay, give me the lemon lime. You know? Always a ginger ale in there. Who gets ginger ale these days? We were on the plane coming back, and this guy, there's like everything in the world you could order, you know, when the guys are coming through, and he goes, I'll have a ginger ale. I was like, who orders a ginger ale? That's so weird. Sorry if you like ginger ale. I used to like it when I was a kid, probably because I thought I was drinking a drink, but I don't know anybody that drinks ginger ale unless you're sick, and then you drink it to like settle your stomach and eat crackers. Isn't that what ginger ale's good for? Every hospital, they always have those little cans of Shasta ginger ale. Oh my God, when I worked in treatment, we would always, these women on the adult unit, they would always be like, I'm sick, I need a Shasta. They just wanted a pop and they didn't want to pay for it. That's the truth right there, okay? They just wanted a pop, and they had these little small cans of Shasta ginger ale. You guys, have you ever seen those? If you've ever been in a hospital, you know what I'm talking about. I forgot all about that. But anyway, I'm thinking about this woman that I used to work with, and her name was very close to Shasta. And I'm like, whatever happened to her? Anyway, my mom had this one soda, and it was a bottle. It looked like, you know, a bottle of pop, obviously. But it was like wrapped like a Lifesaver, and it was like a Lifesaver Cola. That's what it was called, Lifesaver Cola. It looked so nasty. My mother tried to throw this off on anybody that would have it. Every time somebody would come in, she'd like ask them what they want, to and water. She always had milk too. She always had skim milk, so she'd always ask you like, first response, water, no. Do you want milk? I mean, who is sitting around having a conversation that just, oh yeah, I guess I'll have a glass of milk? Nobody, okay? That's a breakfast or dinner food. We don't have that just sitting around. My mother would always be like, oh, okay, well I have soda. Would you like some soda? Oh, sure. And I'm thinking Diet Coke. So we go to my aunt and uncle's house, right? And they'd have like a case of Diet Coke, a case of this, a case of that. They had everything in their freezer. Like, they had a refrigerator in their garage with like, yeah, some of you out there probably have that. With a refrigerator in your garage, and then you have like 3 cases of different kinds of stuff out there, and you just go out there and you feel like you're in a bar. I love that stuff. But anyway, my cousin Caroline has it too. She does the same thing. Maybe we need to get a refrigerator in our garage. Well, we don't really drink and eat that much stuff. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But my mother, she tried to pawn this Lifesaver drink off on anybody, right? So she'd go through the whole thing, and then she'd say, I have a Lifesaver Cola. And I'd be like, are you kidding me? I'm not drinking that. That's disgusting. But I will tell you something. Oh, speaking of ginger ale, that I loved when I was a little kid was Verner's Ale. Do you guys remember that? Oh my God. Okay, let me tell you a true story. Verner's root beer floats, screw that shit. Verner's Ale floats. You have never had a treat in your life until you have had Verner's Ale floats. And if you don't know what Verner's Ale is, it's kind of like cream soda mixed with like a ginger ale, mixed with like a root beer, kind of. But it's like a goldy color. It's got a green thing on it. It's called Verner's Ale, and I loved it when I was a kid. And, am I explaining it right? It's kind of cream soda-ish, isn't it? So anyway, but if you put that on vanilla ice cream, oh my God. I want to go get some of that right now, but I'm not going to. It's so good. It's so good. I forgot all about that. My mom and I would have that. And sometimes she'd drizzle caramel on it. Do you guys remember that magic shell stuff? I always had to have it. My mom would be so pissed because she'd be like, this is so expensive. And I'd be like, Mom, but I want the magic shell. And it was the stuff that would like harden on an ice cream cone. And you go through like a whole thing of it in a night because you just like the chocolate taste of it. And then they had the mint chocolate chip kind. I got that a couple years ago. And I remember I just like drizzled the shit out of it over my ice cream. I just wanted it to harden. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's like a liquid, then it hardens once it hits like the cold ice cream. And then you like just eat through it. It's so good. Oh my God, I want ice cream. I'm getting ice cream tomorrow. I've been pretty good on my diet, you guys. So I fasted yesterday. Today, I have maintained my healthy living choices. I've done very good today. But tomorrow's gonna be my cheat day, and then on Monday, I'm going back, because Sundays are gonna be my cheat days. And so tomorrow, because that's when we go to brunch. So tomorrow after my cheat day, I'm gonna go on Monday, and I'm gonna do this like juice cleanse thing. And then after that, it's not like you make it yourself. It's like you buy the bottles, and trust me, because I need to have enough calories. And then after that, I'm going to go back to this healthy living thing that I did today, and I'm going to do that until we leave for Vegas. So that's my plan. I mean, maybe next Sunday, I'll go for brunch with my husband, because I love to go to brunch with my husband. But the thing is, they have really healthy things there too. So I don't have to always have the omelet you can't refuse, but I'm having it tomorrow and you can't talk me out of it. I don't really care. So anyway, okay, you guys, I have now talked for, oh my God, a long time, over an hour. I have like, my last 3 vlogs, you guys, have been like 50 minutes to over an hour. Yesterday was like an hour and 15 minutes. Can you even believe it? So I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great beginning of your week tomorrow, guys. I love you. Bye.